Welcome to the 2013 Cowboy Fast Draw National Championships in Mitchell, South Dakota. Fast Draw takes the mentality of the Old West and mixes it with modern technology to determine the fastest draw in the land. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll show you the sights, the sounds, and the people involved in the competition. Good evening, I'm Katie Lingle, but for this show and this show only, I'll go by my Fast Draw alias, Calamity Kate. Since it was founded in 2002, the Cowboy Fast Draw Association has become the largest organization dedicated to the sport. Fast Draw requires focus, intensity, and most importantly, a quick trigger. With an explanation of the rules and regulations, we needed someone whose name and personality matched those qualities. Here's Cal Elric, otherwise known as Quick Cal.
I am the Chief Executive Officer of CFDA. I run it nationwide. I started in Fast Draw in 1968. I was 15 years old, so I've been at it 46 years now. What is Fast Draw? Well, Fast Draw, we use single action revolvers, period revolvers. There can be no modifications made to the guns. They have to be real guns. You can do an action job, that's it. We use period correct holsters. Then we use wax bullet ammunition. It can be done indoors, outdoors, you name it. Now here at major championships, we put a small powder charge behind it of a smokeless black powder, Hodgkin's 777. And so that gives it the appearance of live ammo, but you know, just archery netting stops them dead in their tracks. This game is about hitting that target first. That target, it's a 24-inch target. It may look big on camera and everything. That is really hard and a challenge to hit at 21 feet on the draw. You have to understand that these people are reacting to the light, draw firing, and hitting that shot in around a half of a second. Now the way the events are run is this is a 6-lane range we're standing on. There's 6 targets and there's 6 shooters on the line at the time in the main matches. We run a lot of rounds. With almost 200 shooters here, we are picking them up and putting them down all weekend to get down to that finals. But the way it works is the announcer will say, you know, he'll get you on the line, the computer spits out your opponent. It's all luck of the draw. So your job on the firing line is to win 3 shots against your opponent. Now when you hit your target first, your light comes on blinking. It goes out when you hit it, then it comes on back on blinking, indicating that you are the winner of that shot. So you win 3 shots, you win the round, you put an X on your opponent. When you get 4 X's, you're out of the match. And until the last shooter standing, and here it'll be the National Cowboy Fast Draw Champion. When you have a gunfighter standing next to you that you have to put a wax pellet on the plate first, that's a real challenging thing to do. They like the idea of an Old West gunfight and seeing how they could stack up. Once you strap on a 6-gun and make a good shot with a 6-gun, there's nothing like that feeling. And so that hooks people. Most people are surprised to learn how fast they really are. They have no idea how fast they actually can be. Age is not a factor in Cowboy Fast Draw. Some of our fastest shooters in this game are in their 60s and 70s. Here we get to be who we want to be. We all have our alias to shoot under. This is the real people. This is who they really want to be. We have doctors, lawyers, we have elected officials here. I happen to be a city councilman where I'm from. But we get around these folks and we're in our element. It's kind of like stepping back there. You know, there's a spirit here and there's an atmosphere here and we love it dearly. It's a never-ending cycle of fun.
Now, for the first time since the association was founded, the national championships were held in South Dakota. Cabela's outdoor store in Mitchell has been the host for state championships in the past, and it was ready to provide a national stage for the country's best shooters.
The partnership came about actually 10 years ago during our very first state shoot here on our property. We actually have, the state shoot has 2 ranges set up against the store, and for the Nationals being here as well, we needed to add 3 more ranges, and so we worked with the property owners of this land. This land is actually not Cabela's, but we do continue to sponsor it. Nationals has only been at 2 other locations in the past, so it's the first time being outside of those 2 locations. It is our 10th year anniversary for having the Powderhorn Ranch regulators host the state shoot here, so what better way to bring in the Nationals? It makes sense just because they're obviously into the shooting type of sports. Safety is always first, and it's a huge concern, which was a big concern of ours going back a long time ago, but they've proven that they don't mess around. The weekend has been absolutely crazy. It started off pretty well. Things went well. We do have a big sale going on inside too, so that brings a lot of customers, which also helped with this event. Outside people, we've worked closely with our chamber to bring in community members, and everyone's loving it. So we've had a great turnout, lots of spectators as well as almost 200 shooters. They're a great group of people. I shouldn't say this to too many people, but they're one of my events. I do all the events throughout the year, and they're one of the events that I don't have to do much. I shouldn't tell anyone else that, but I really don't. They run everything. It's fun to bring back the olden days per se and see what they all come out with their different costumes and things. So it's fun to see. It's articles of clothing we don't necessarily sell in the store, so it's fun to have them out. It actually makes you want to dress up and go try on some of the different outfits and give it a shot.
When we come back, Fast Draw is about more than just hitting targets. It's about capturing the spirit of the 1880s. Why one family dedicates their livelihood to the attire of the Old West. Next.